Okay, this is Weather Outlook for Friday, March 28th. The next update, the long video will be on Sunday the 30th. There is some weather this weekend and a backdoor cold front this weekend and rain this weekend. And then I'm going to show you when the cold is going to come in. And I'm going to show you what the Euro AI and some of the other models are saying. And it could get interesting around the middle of the month. Now these are your temperatures around 6 o'clock, and you can see a variation of uh, upper 60s down towards southern Jersey, or mid 60s in Jersey, and you got 40s to the north. The situation why it's kind of like that is because there's clouds and some rain moving across, and eventually it's into central PA, it's into Erie, Bradford. There's no snow with this. It'll get into Harrisburg roughly around 7 o'clock. Then it gets closer to Philadelphia around 8 o'clock. And if you look up here towards Erie, over by Bradford here, you can see some cells up here that are heavy rain and wouldn't doubt even a thunderstorm's possible. This is kind of like a warm front, and you can see it. Here's your line here. Here's your front right here. And it's draping across around 9 o'clock. This takes you to around 10 o'clock. You can see the drape right here as it's moving towards the northeast. And then you can see, and then everybody gets a little bit of rain out of this, and some heavy downpours are possible. Here's 11, here's midnight, and as you can see, here's 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and you can see the red is the heavier rains and possible thunderstorms. And then this takes it out to around 4 o'clock in the morning, and it clears the area, and it's heading up into New England. Temperatures will actually rise during the night um, from where they're at, and I'll show you. You can see it. Um, Here's the colder temperatures where the clouds are out, where the rain are at, and here's your warmer temperatures trying to crawl back in. As we go towards the morning hours, you get to 7, and you can actually see it's climbing up this way. It's in the 50s. It's in 60 in Pittsburgh. You can see it definitely going to be a warm Sunday. Here it takes it to around 2 o'clock, and let's see, is this 2? Yeah, this is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You can see 70s in a lot of areas. To higher elevations and up towards Bradford, you're still in the 60s, but everybody else is into the 70s, low 70s. It might be an 80, throwing in down by Philadelphia and South Jersey and Delaware. This takes you to around 4 o'clock. You can still see it's pretty warm in the southeast. But then I want you to look up this way and keep an eye out over here by New York City. This is around 6 o'clock, and you can see a cold front working its way from the east northeast. This is 8 o'clock. Look at the temperature difference. It's 40s here in New York City and Newark, and in Jersey here and South Jersey, over this way, it's in the 70s. There's literally nearly a 30-degree difference from this front when it comes through. And you can see it works its way to around midnight towards Philadelphia in eastern PA. So here you go, Wilkes-Barre's in the 60s, and out here by Stroudsburg, you're in the 40s. And then it works its way east, and this takes you to around 4 o'clock in the morning. Here's 5 in the morning. Here's 6 in the morning. Here's 7 in the morning. And you went from the 70s to the 30s up here in the Poconos. Even in Jersey here, you're down into the 40s. And then out here in the western part of the state, out towards State College and heading out towards Erie and Bradford, temperatures are in the 50s and 60s. So it's kind of weird. And then during the day on Sunday, it pushes the cold front back, back away, and it's kind of crazy. But you know what? This is April. You can see the cold air is hanging on in here, and the warmer air has worked its way into South Jersey, Western PA. But again, we got more rain to deal with, and that's going to be working its way across the state. You will take it out. This is about 5 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. This is 8 o'clock in the morning. You can see it's Pittsburgh. It works its way across by noon. It gets into State College by 1, and then it works its way to the east. And this is around 5 o'clock, and then it kind of comes through. This is around 8 o'clock, and then there's another batch of rain behind that. That could even be some storms and heavier downpours with that, and that takes you till around 2 o'clock in the morning on Sunday night into Monday. Okay, now this is your strat warning here, which pushes the cold air down, and eventually it's going to work its way to the east. It's going to take, 10 days or so to get to us, because it takes time to work its way. But we'll have like cold air come through, warm air come through. It's going to go back and forth, and then we're going to get into a cold pattern, and that's going to be what I'll show you right now. Okay, so here's Monday afternoon. Temperature 60s up here, 40s to the west, and there's a cold front going to come through. And this, you're going to see the seesaw action. This comes through overnight, Monday into Tuesday. You got some freezing temperatures to the north, and as you can see, it gets pretty chilly for most of the state except the southeastern part of Pennsylvania, southern New Jersey, and Delaware. And then warm air tries to return, but it gets pushed down a little bit. But it does return in the Philadelphia area, Jersey, and Delaware. But it's not as quite as warm as it was. And you can see the cold air comes back down again on Tuesday night into Wednesday. And you can see these freezing temperatures up here. And you can see there's the Poconos, northern New Pennsylvania, even northern New Jersey, you're below freezing Wednesday morning. And then as we get into Wednesday during the day, temperatures are pretty chilly out here in the eastern part of PA. Let's see if I can fix this a little bit here for you. Um, yeah, here you go. Now look, you can see this weird here. It's in the 60s down southeast. It's in the 60s out here, and it's colder to the north and north central part of PA. And then it pushes another cold front, kind of pushes down a little bit on Friday, and you can see these warm temperatures are down there, but not up here. So I want to move this out just a little bit. Let's take this out to here's some of these cold temperatures. Here's around the 7th in the morning. Freezing temperatures all the way down to Allentown and Reading. We get a little further into the month. You can see it warms up and then poof, it goes back away again. And there's a warm up and then it goes away again. But you got to take this all the way out. Here's the Arctic front coming through, and this is what I want to show you. This is in the morning, Sunday, the April 13th. You can see in the early morning hours, this is working its way across the state. It's going to do its dirty work, and it's going to get pretty chilly. There we go, right there. And I'm going to show you what some of the models are showing. Okay, now this is a run from the Euro AI model, which has been doing fairly well. It shows a storm southern part of Pennsylvania over towards Philadelphia. If you go one run earlier than that, it moves it up. That's the one earlier than the last one, and the one before that one had it north. So this is all during that time period when the cold air comes through, and this is the one before that one. So there's going to be something in between here. Don't know exactly where, but we need to keep our eyes on it and see what happens. Now, I'm sure it's going to disappear and come back because this is taking it all the way out to, let's see here. Let's put this one up there. This is shows it coming on around the 8th and the 9th, leading cold air, and that means a low south of Pennsylvania. So we're just going to have to see what happens, but that's kind of what's going on. All right, everybody, stay dry and take it easy. Bye.